Khamzat Chimaev is looking to make a return in July against Neil Magny. That's right. Chimaev News Network back in full force today, ladies and gentlemen, with Brett Okamoto tweeting out that Chimaev is looking to make a return this summer against Neil Magny. Big news, huge news, considering that he pretty much retired, quote unquote, a month ago or less at this point. Matt, let's go to you first. How excited are you for Chimaev to be back, and do you think the fight's going to actually happen?
I mean, I'm about as excited for Chimaev to be back as I was like when I heard that his retirement was a thing. Like, I knew he was going to be back, so it's just like, okay, it's just one of those things where he's frustrated. But of course, at the time when that came out, we were all concerned about his health and everything like that. And of course, at the time when we did our video on that as well, we said as soon as he's healthy, which we all expected him to be, hopefully, that of course he would return back to action. So I'm not really surprised here. I just hope that, behind the scenes, he truly is at the level of health he needs to be to train properly and enter into the octagon at 100%, or whatever that 100% is for him now, if COVID took something out of him. So I'm ready for it. Of course, I like to see him fight. 2020 was a hell of a year, and obviously he got the hype train rolling, man. 3 wins in a calendar year, all 3 finishes, spectacular. Like, yeah, how can you not be excited about his return?
Yeah, I mean, that hype train went way farther than I thought it was going to off of those 3 wins, and everybody's been highly anticipated return for him, especially when he was booked against Leon Edwards. But Drake, we've seen him be booked 3 times now and have it fall out because of lingering COVID symptoms. What's different this time, right? Is he really going to be better if COVID symptoms have still stuck around this long?
Well, I think that's why the fight's being projected to, or he's targeting coming back in July, which is about as far of a date out that you can have right now on the calendar. So that's more of a let's just be safer than anything with this kind of situation, especially this guy's had such so many issues so far with it and has cooled down significantly in terms of his hype and what have you. And it just kind of shows that things are too good to be true in MMA, man. Like the reddest of red hot, hype trains and prospects that we have ever seen. And he gets this incredible fast tracking that we've arguably never seen before. And it just can't happen. The MMA God's like, I don't think so, man. Like, we gave you all we can give, and so then, he loses out 3 different times or whatever against Leon, and now a fight with Magny, which makes a whole lot more sense. And, we kind of predicted it, did in a different fashion of this happening still, or the possibilities of how it could happen. It makes a whole lot more sense than the Leon one. It's a little bit surprising to me that they are actually going to take him down this notch instead of, I was at least feeling that he might be stuck now in a position to where he has to fight a top 5 guy because the UFC was so adamant on giving him one of those. But thanks to the situation and him having these rough dealings outside, I think it's kind of helped him get bumped back to where, like, okay, we need to kind of see where he is now after going through this. So let's make sure he can, first of all, get there safe and healthily, which is why we're going to book this out, give him a good enough amount of time to get back in there and back to 100%. And hopefully, maybe take things a bit more serious than, maybe it was. I only mentioned that because we saw him, go and talk to a bunch of people after testing positive that one time when he got off the plane and all that, no mask. And, that was what it was. But yeah, I'm not surprised either that he's coming back. I just didn't think that it would be, this is still sooner than I would have thought, just because of how serious it has been for him. But I don't think we all figured he'd be gone for good, and especially when people were maybe pressuring him to stay. So not surprising in that regard, but maybe surprising in terms of time frame and the fact that the Magny fight is the one that looks to be next.
Yeah, no, I mean, when it comes to this matchup, in my opinion, it's about as clear a signal as ever that the UFC is looking to gauge his health, especially given everything he's gone through, right? Because if you think about it, the Leon Belal Muhammad outcome is the perfect excuse to have Khamzat get or be rebooked against Leon for a fourth time, right? Because it was a no contest because of an accidental eye poke. So you can't give Leon the title shot that he's been clamoring for, or at least wouldn't seem that they want to give him a title shot for that. So you could go ahead and rebook Chimaev, and you could position it as a promotion as, okay, well, here we go. Now we have a reason to rebook this. Let's do it. The fact they're giving him Magny signals to me like we need to show he's still getting a step up in competition so he can be ranked, so we can still push him. But we need to give him somebody that we think might be a little bit safer for him. And Magny apparently is that guy. That's the only thing in my mind as a promotion why you would book this instead of the Edwards fight, given what happened with Edwards and Muhammad. So I agree with that. It makes more sense from the get-go because we really don't know how he's going to do against ranked fighters. And with all the health conditions he was, he showed a picture of coughing up blood in the sink. That's nothing you want to mess with and then go into a fight. So I think it makes more sense to kind of slow play this a little bit more. I like the matchup. I'm excited for it. I'm just happy we're getting to see him back and that he seems to be in good spirits, tweeting out he's going to come back and smash everybody. So it's a much different mindset than we saw when he was saying he was going to retire because of COVID complications and everything as well. So great to have Chimaev and CNN back. Let us know in the comments if you think this is the right matchup. If you're excited to see Chimaev back, which I know you are, so just go ahead and let us know. Be excited with us. Hit that like button, subscribe button, bell notification. CNN is back in business, boys.